Week 3 of the NFL preseason kicking off tonight, and of course Week 3, the closest approximation you have to regular season action, as the coaches most likely will play their starters through the first half. Many of them also getting them acclimated for regular season play by having them sit in the locker room for intermission and then come out and also play the first series of the third quarter. 2 games on tap tonight. You've got New England hosting St. Louis, and you've also got at Lambeau Field the Colts taking on the Packers. Hi everyone, Al DeMarco here. This is going to be your Thursday video report. 2 free picks, 1 in football, 1 in baseball, coming your way in just a moment. If you've had that incredible crystal ball I always allude to, you've made a boatload of bucks over the past 2 years simply by picking the straight-up winners in the preseason. Because the straight-up winners went 16-0 against the spread last week. That's right, 16-0. No big surprise. They have covered 30 out of 33 games played so far this month. 30 out of 33, and that's on the heels of going 56-3-4 a year ago. Get out your calculators, guys. Do the math. Put those numbers together. Straight-up winners in preseason play the past 2 weeks going into tonight's action. An incredible 86-6-4 versus the spread. Now in game number 1 tonight, New England hosting St. Louis. This one, as I release this video at 11 a.m. Pacific time, the Rams are a solid 7.5 point underdog. A few 8s out there would not surprise me though. However, to see this game go up to 8, maybe even 8.5 as game time approaches, because as I always tell you, the Patriots, one of those public teams, money's going to flow on them as game time approaches. So if you're betting the dog in this one, you want to wait till later. If you're betting the favorite, you want to get down on this one ASAP. For the Patriots tonight, Tom Brady and the starters expected to play the first half before giving way most likely to the backups. As for the Rams, they are 1-1 straight up and against the spread so far in the preseason. They got hammered 28-7 by Minnesota in game 1 at home. But then last week, in a game that I am certainly familiar with since they cost me money, they managed in the rain to upset the Cleveland Browns 19-17. But it was a costly victory over the Browns, as projected starting quarterback A.J. Feely suffered an injury. That means number 1 draft pick Sam Bradford is going to make his first pro start this evening for the Rams, before giving away most likely to second-year man Kent Null, who guided the comeback win at Cleveland, and of course I think started 3 games last year when the Rams were beaten up and injured at quarterback. For the Packers, in Green Bay, taking on the Colts. Again, you've got a situation where the starters are projected to play the first half for both teams. Very good possibility that the Packers may bring out Aaron Rodgers and the starters for the first quarter, or the first series in the third quarter as well. Some injury concerns for both teams. Of course, for the Colts, 2 members of their starting offensive line, starting offensive tackle Charles Johnson and starting center Jeff Saturday, both out tonight. Dallas Clark, their fine tight end, also remains out. He hasn't played yet in the preseason. For the Packers, you've got one of their starting cornerbacks, Al Harris, who most likely will miss the start of the regular season, and their best linebacker, starting outside linebacker Clay Matthews, also expected to miss tonight's game as well. Now, let's get to your free pick for this particular night in the NFL. I'll tell you what, consider this 2-team teaser. And a quick note, as I always say, parlays are for suckers. Teasers, if the numbers are right, I think they're great plays. Generally, I like teasers with side selections, though I am being honest. This is not a teaser that I am playing. However, you want to consider a teaser on the total for these 2 games tonight. Consequently, you can take, using your standard 6 points you get in a teaser, you would take both games down in terms of taking 6 points away from the actual posted total prices, and then you would play both games over the posted price. So in the New England St. Louis contest, you've got currently a total of 37.5. You take 6 points off of that, you're looking at 31.5 for your over-under. I like the over. And in the Indianapolis and Green Bay contest, you've got 2 teams that have put on a lot of points on the board so far in the preseason, as both quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers and Peyton Manning, have played extremely well. And you've got 2 teams that defensively have been dreadful through the first 2 weeks of preseason action. So take the 44.5 points, take 6 away from there, you've got 38.5 points. And again, I would play both of those games on the adjusted prices for the totals to go over the posted price this evening. Baseball cashed in last night with a free play with the Padres on the run line. Tonight, I'm going to go with the St. Louis Cardinals on the run line. At Washington, yes, I know the Cardinals are struggling. They just lost back-to-back games at Pittsburgh. I know their offense has been struggling as well, and I know they've lost 7 of their last 10 games overall. but the Nationals have lost 13 of their last 17, and the Cardinals have won 6 straight and 13 out of 15 on the Nationals' home field over the past few years, and they've got Chris Carpenter going. Cardinals are 20-7 in Carpenter's starts this season, and 8 starts since the break. All he's done is simply been superb. The Cardinals have won 7 of those 8 games, and he has personally gone 5-1 with a 1.99 earned run average. Washington going with Jordan Zimmerman, who is making his first major league start since last year when he had Tommy John surgery in August. Last year in 16 starts as a rookie, he was 3-5, 4.63 ERA. Now I know he's had a great run of games in AAA during his rehab assignment, but Albert Pujols ain't playing in AAA. That's who he's facing tonight. So I'll go with the Cardinals. I'll take them. You can see what an overwhelming favorite St. Louis is straight up. You have to play the Cardinals on the run line here tonight, and yet they're still a $1.30 favorite on the run line, but I think that's the wise investment strategy. So St. Louis on the run line is your free baseball pick. Good luck, everybody, and I'll catch you again on Friday.